Good evening, guys. You can see time is around 7:47. Let's look into today's Nifty 50 as well as Bank Nifty trade analysis. And today is Friday. So coming to Nifty 50, Bank Nifty, guys, you can see I have already plotted the mid of the first candle. The green color line over here is the mid of the first candle, and the green zone over here is the 5-minute zone. So if you consider the fib levels over here, this is the mid of the first candle, and if you consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles over here, this is 5-minute zone, guys. And this is the pivot levels. You can see price taking support from pivot levels, broke the 200 moving average, and price trading above the 9 as well as 20 moving average. And if you try to plot the day VWAP level, here you can see this kind of consolidation where here you can see the market rejecting price from the mid of the first candle and closing above these levels and rejecting price from the VWAP level. You could have either taken your position here, keeping your stop loss just below that levels also, or what you could have done is that you can see the market here rejected price from these levels over here. You can see you could have considered this level over here where the market might have faced rejection and would have continued. So once if this neckline has been broken down, or if you could have considered after this candle is, once if this 50 levels, you can see this candle over here, this candle which broke the zero point 0.5 levels of this candle and even closed and this candle formed over here. So you could have easily taken long position here, keeping your stop loss just below this candle and targeting it all the way towards the upside. And for target levels, you could have used this candle itself as the retracement levels, and you could have targeted the 2.6 level. Usually 1.6 level or 2.6 level would be the target whenever there is no proper retracement, guys. So you can use this candle itself whenever you find a single candle, and you could have traded it in this way. And another thing what I wanted to teach you is the killer zones, guys. What you can see here is the killer zone. This is the Asian session range over here, guys. So Asian session ranges starting from 8:30 in the morning to 9 to around to 9:30, guys. So usually that's the period of Asian session range. So if you see here, guys, the market here in a 5-minute time frame in an Asian session range, you can see this was the market here broke these levels, rejected price from levels and closed below these levels. You can see, guys, this is the Asian session range over here. And the same thing I would like to be explaining here. You can see the market rejected price from these levels and closed within these levels and continued further selling. And you can see here also the market clearly swept this high and failed to. I will be explaining to you every day, guys. See, in case if you consider this also for bullish momentum also, if you consider 13 candles over here. So this is, you can see that the market here broke these levels and closed above this level, guys. And in case if you could have considered this momentum, you could have extended these levels over here. So you can see the price retracing and continuing further bullish. You can see the market broke these levels over here. So you can see the market retested with this candle, continued further. And this candle where the market broke and served this liquidity and closed. You can see this sudden movement in price where the market broke. And here you can see it's clearly bearish where the market continued bearish and retested these levels over here. You can see, guys, the market retested here every day, guys. You can see this kind of momentum, bearish momentum. Immediately the market formed some kind of bullish momentum and continued further. So with this kind of momentum, you could have considered bullish. So you can see here the market failed here, continued further selling towards the downside, and you could have plotted the retracement levels of this level over here, Fib retracement level. Once if the 0 point level you could have been broken, you could have taken long position. So I think these killer zones will definitely help you to make better decisions, guys. So in case if you go and watch killer zones, guys, it will definitely help you. But let's look here, guys. You can see what happened today on 2nd of May is that the market swept this liquidity above, guys. You can see this was the liquidity over here. So the market here swept liquidity and immediately formed a rejection candle. And if you look into a higher time frame, 1 minute time frame, you can see the market broke this level and suddenly rejected price from these levels and continued further bearish. So if you try to plot the anchor way up level, guys, we can see the market here facing some sort of rejection. But you can see the market here broke structure towards the downside. You can consider this to be a chalk formation. And what you could have plotted is the last up candle before it broke structure towards the downside. So you can consider this to be a order block level, a 1 minute order block level. So you can see the market mitigating. And here the market clearly showed some kind of bearish momentum. Guys, here you can see a clear break of structure. And if you consider this swing momentum, guys, this swing momentum is not as bearish compared to this momentum, guys. So you can see again the market, if you consider the common point between this to the common point between this, you can see the market reaching all the way to this VWAP levels or the optimum trade entry zone. And clearly you can see this momentum over here, guys, which clearly broke structure towards the downside. So you can consider this to be a clear break of structure with fair value gaps as well as impulsive momentum. And if you consider this whole momentum as a single swing, guys, the high of this candle to the common point between this, you can see the market here retraced to 0.38 level over here. So you can consider this to be a 0.38 level retracement, or if you consider this momentum is the high too, you can see the F50 level retracement. So if you consider this is the last up move before it broke structure towards the downside, you can consider the 0.38 level or the F50 levels. So I would consider this as a single swing, guys, because if you look into a higher time frame and see here, if you see, so you can see this is a single momentum only. So let's look into this and see. You can see which this is a single move itself which broke structure towards the downside. And if you try to plot the Fib extinction levels here, the common point in this to the common point in this, you can see you could have easily targeted it all the way to 1.68 level. Or if you try to plot the mid of this guys, the 2.6 to the 1.6 exactly guys, the pinpoint entry where you could have easily exited. You can see here the 0.5 levels and you could have just traded it all the way, and you can see with this momentum also the market clearly broke structure towards the downside. You can see a clear break of structure here, and the market here retraced guys, showed some kind of bullish momentum. So if you try to plot this momentum over here, the common point between this to the common point between this, the market reaching all the way to this optimum trade entry zone and continued further selling guys. So short position here guys, keeping your stop loss just above that candle itself, and you could have targeted it all the way towards the downside. So this was one trade momentum where you could have easily captured, and this was one opportunity. Either you could have taken after this kind of rejection, you can see this kind of momentum where the market retraced rejection price from the moving average. But here you can see where you could have actually taken is that the market here took some kind of support over here. So if you consider this momentum, the market here taking support and clearly showing some kind of bullish momentum where the market in a smaller time frame, in a 1 minute time frame, clearly formed a chalk over here. You can see guys, this is a clear chalk formation where the market showed some kind of bullish momentum over here. You can see, and if you try to plot the low of this candle to the high of this candle, you can see if you try to plot the low of this candle to the high of this candle, you could have expected the market to come all the way, see with this breakout structure, retrace into 50 levels and continue further bullish. This is how usually price behaves. So you could have plotted the 50 levels where you can see where the market here taking support here with the small dodgy candles, and you could have expected further momentum towards the upside. So what you could have either done is that you could have clearly drawn the 0.5 levels over here. Once if this level has been broken towards the upside after retracement days, you could have taken long position, but here you can see the market neither retraced to this 0.5 levels of this retracement and showed some kind of bullish momentum. You could have expected some bullish momentum, and on retest you could have taken long position, but instead the market broke structure towards the downside, and on further retest we have taken short position. So I hope you're understanding guys. Even the market here showed some kind of bullish momentum, immediately the market reversed guys. So clearly changing the market sentiment here from being bullish to bearish. A lot of buyers might have entered here. A lot of buyers who might have entered here, expecting the market seems to be very bullish, and you can say the market targeted all those buyers who might have entered here, guys. Only a little bit of traders who might have entered here might have exited their position. A lot of people might have expected the market to retest and continue further, but you can see how the market targeted all those buyers who might have entered, and you can see this kind of momentum is all the way towards the downside. And with this momentum, a lot of buyers might also enter the market, and you can see how the market targeted all the buyers and came all the way towards the downside and reached the 0.5 levels over here. And immediately the market guys here formed some kind of bullish momentum over here. You can see a clear chalk formation over here. You can see the market clearly broke this structure over here, or you can consider this structure as well, a clear chalk formation showing some kind of bullish momentum. You can see clear chalk formation over here. So if you consider this body over here, so and after this you can see the price retesting that 50 levels, or you can consider this 0.5 as well as you can see the 50 levels where price retesting this levels. And in case if you try to plot the fib extinction levels, the common point between this to the common point between this to the common point between this, so you could have targeted the 100% move, or you can see the market came all the way midpoint between the 100% as well as the 1.68 level. The 0.5 levels over here phase rejection. So this is the 0.5 levels where market phase rejection and continued. You can see the market here swept this liquidity and continued bearish guys. So either you could have taken once if this levels over here, guys, if you consider this retracement level over here, the common point between this to the common point between this, you can see the market here broke this and retested here. This is where you could have taken this. You can see clearly a chalk formation over here, internal chalk formation. And if you consider this momentum towards the upside, the low of this candle to the high of this candle, You can see exactly here where the market took support from 50 levels over here. And of this retracement, this is the zero point 0.5 levels also. You can see both are in confluence, guys, where you could have taken position. Long position here, guys, keeping your stop loss just below that candle itself and targeting it all the way towards the upside. And in case if you try to plot the fib extension here, the common point between this to the common point between this to the common point between this, so you could have targeted the exactly here. You can see, guys, the 1.68 level. So I hope you're understanding. Either you could have taken position over here, or with a proper confirmation, you could have taken your position here, guys. So I hope you're getting. And after this, you can see the market here rejected here and clearly found a chalk over here. Again, the market retraced all the way to this order block level. Here, the market rejected and continued further, guys. So this, though I'm not explaining to you, but there was only three setups where you could have easily traded, guys, with a proper confirmation. And in case if you try to see here, the market here facing some sort of rejection, and after this kind of huge bearish candles over here, and on this retracement, and with this huge bearish candle here, after seeing this consolidation also, you could have easily entered short position, but this is only for experienced traders, guys. So in case if your stop loss, you are ready to accept this stop loss, you could have traded and you could have targeted the liquidity levels here as well. So this was another trade opportunity, but there are multiple opportunities for one to take trade, guys. So but for me, I wanted to explain you a clear setup where you could have clearly taken trades with a very good risk to reward ratio with just a one candle of stop loss, and that's how I mention. I always help you guys to take trades. Here you could have expected the market to retrace to 50 levels, as there is a fair value gap over here. You can see there is a good amount of fair value gap over here. So you could have either expected the market to retrace to this 50 levels over here, or the fair value gap here and continued further bearish. But but based on risk to reward ratio only you should trade, guys. So you should like keep your moving averages as confluence, or if you try to plot your anchor VWAP level here, you can see you could have tried your anchor VWAP level above these levels, and keeping your stop loss just above that levels, and that's how you could have easily traded. But what we need to see is that the directional momentum of market, guys. Once the market is set in a certain direction, the market will definitely move in that way only. And if you look into higher time frame, you can see clearly the market here continuing all the way downwards. And with this bearish candle also, you could have taken position over here and continued further bearish as well. And with this momentum huge bullish, where you could have exited your position as well. So that's how you could have traded, guys, in Bank Nifty. So three trade opportunities, guys. 1, 2, and 3 trade opportunities where you could have taken in Nifty as of my trade analysis. And coming to Nifty 50, so the price action here is very well defined. As you can see, the market consolidated, rejected price from these levels. And you can see this kind of bearish momentum. There is no fair value gaps, no imbalance. And with this kind of impulsive candle is where you could have easily taken long position, keeping your stop loss just below that candle. Or seeing this kind of consolidation also, you could have taken position, guys. And for target levels, you could have drawn these retracement levels, the high of this candle to the low of this candle. You can see you could have targeted the all the way to 3.6 level, or you can see the 2.6 level over here, or anywhere the market breaking the 21 moving average. You can see the market here broke the 21 moving average towards the downside. So this is where you could have targeted is, as long as the market is trading in a 1 minute time frame above the 9 as well as the 21 moving average. So you can see this kind of huge bullish momentum where the market showed some kind of good price action, and immediately the market formed a chalk over here. See, and with this candle is where you could have exited, guys. You should be very brutal with your stop losses. See, in case if you might have not exited, you could have like reduced your profits a lot. But here you can see the market with this candle is where you could have easily exited, and you see this momentum, you could have captured a good chunk of money. And if you consider this common point between this to the common point between this, so you can see the market retraced all the way to 50 levels over here. This is the 50 level, and if you try to plot the anchor VWAP levels above this swing over here, or let it be this swing. So this is the swing high, guys. You can see the market here facing rejection. And in case, guys, what you could have taken is for you to be a very strong buyers. Once if this 0.5 level has been broken or the neckline has been broken, is where you could have taken short position, or short position here, keeping your stop loss just above this VWAP level, and could have targeted all the way towards the downside. And for target levels, what you could have done is to plot the fib extension levels, the common point in this to the common point in this to the common point in this. So you can see the 1.68 level, and it came almost all the way to this yesterday's close level, I guess, guys. So you can see yesterday close level is where the price took support over here. and you could have targeted it. You can see the market in a 5 minute time frame clearly trading below the 9 as well as the 21 moving average and came all the way. This is how you could have targeted, guys. You can see this kind of momentum is where you could have clearly captured. Just hold on to your trade and targeted it all the way to close levels. So there was an order block level here. You could have expected the market to reject price, but definitely on a higher time frame, you can see the market was very bearish and you could have just holded on to your position. I think it's very difficult, guys, but I holded this position and I, I'm still holding my position towards the put side, guys, because I'm expecting the market to go further downwards. So I'm still holding my puts. And you can see here, guys, where the market clearly came all the way to this levels, yesterday's close level, and even broke the pivot levels. You can see the market here rejected, and again the market failed to make higher high over here and continued further bearish. But you can see this kind of displacement towards the downside, consolidated, and further displacement towards the upside, clearly showing some sort of demand over here, where the market clearly formed a chalk over here. And if you consider this momentum, guys, both in Nifty as well as Bank Nifty, this kind of momentum has happened. And you can see the market here retraced all the way to 550 levels over here. This is the 550 level where the market retraced here and continued further bullish. So in case if I try to plot the Fib extinction levels here, the common point between this to the common point between this to the common point between this, you can see the market coming all the way to 1.68 level, or you can plot the 0.5 levels over here. You can see the 0.5 levels of 1.6 as well as the this is one target where you could have targeted towards the upside. Or guys, what you could have seen is that with this kind of momentum, you can see a market rejected and clearly formed a chalk over here. You can see a clear internal chalk formation. You can see this chalk formation over here. And what you could have done is to plot the fib levels over here. The common point between this to the common point between the market retraced all the way to this level. So in case if you try to plot the fib extinction here is the common point between this to the common point between this to the common point between this, you can see exactly at the 4.26 level with this candle is where you could have exited. So after this candle formation is this is where you could have entered and trialed all the way to this level. And you can see again the market came all the way to this demand over here, failed to make a lower low. Instead, market took support here and continued again bullish. So another long position here. You can see after this kind of huge displacement towards the upside, you can see another long position keeping your stop loss below that candle itself and targeting all the way towards the buy side liquidity over here. You can see the market swept this liquidity above. This is the buy side liquidity, and this is where you could have targeted, or the swing high is where you could have targeted it. So I hope you're understanding, guys, how you could have. It's very easy to say before the market has happened, as market formation has happened, but through a lot of practice, you can definitely take positions, guys, based on how I teach you. Any candle which showing some kind of momentum towards the upside, and is taking support from yesterday's close levels or the pivot levels or the order block levels or the zero point 0.5 levels, anywhere else. You can see here is the market trading below the 0. And the 5 minute zone over here. You can see this kind of momentum trading below the 5 minute zone and continuing further. So this is as simple as it is, guys. So I hope you're understanding. In case if you find my videos helpful, guys, please like, share, and comment. Stay with your friends and family as well, and keep supporting, guys. And I will be posting live trade analysis also. Because my trade analysis, guys, definitely I would have posted you, but there is so much I need to record it bits by bit, so it's very difficult for me, guys. In a one stretch ago, it would be a very long video, and it would take a lot of time to edit. Also, that's why I'm like, I would be not just trading on one, guys. Say not just Bank Nifty and Nifty. I would be looking into Bitcoin in the by the in meantime, and even gold also I'll be trading. So, and even in Forex market, I would be looking into Forex market as well. So, I have only one system to record. That's why it's very difficult to record. There's only through certain momentums only I can capture you, or else I would definitely post you live trade analysis also. And in case if you want any live videos, guys, I would definitely upload. And please leave a comment below and tell me you want any live trade analysis. So I would definitely be helpful for you. Yes, thank you.